Hello guys, welcome back. We're finally back onto Last of Us. This is Pittsburgh, Alone and Forsaken, Chapter 4.1, Subchapter 4.1. Right, so as you can see, when you begin, you get ambushed and you get pulled out of cars. Guys, pretty pissed off with you. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Just try and fight it. Do not let him push your neck onto that fucking sharp glass. It will give you a little cut. Instead, do a little 180 and lob him on it instead. Right, once Abby, sorry, not Abby, Ellie, sorry about that, Abby. Once you select his arm, come and grab this guy by the neck and make him eat the shelf. Once you've done that, catch your breath. Get your bag out, and you get ambushed by some more enemies, guys, but these guys have weapons, firearms. Now, what I normally do, I normally kill these guys from a distance just with your pistol. Be careful. You're not invincible, you can take damage. Now, it's normally 4 enemies to begin, and one of them will normally run to the left. So keep an eye out. One of them's got a melee weapon, by the way. The other 3 have pistols. So just keep an eye out for one of them running to the left, because he'll normally try to flank you. But if you go and run to the left after, he'll normally sort of run back into the centre of the shop, sorry. And once you've got him first 4, another few will drop down. If you're not quick enough, they're sort of programmed to drop down after a certain time. So even if you take ages killing the first 4, these 3 will still drop down at the same time about. There'll be 2 with a weapon and 1 with a melee weapon. Oh, got no ammo left. Silly me. Lucky that enemy wasn't counting my bullets. And there you go, guys. That's it. Once you got them all, you should know, because Ellie will say something along the lines of, do the honours, Ellie. Oh, there we go. Well, sorry, Joel will say that he thinks that's the last of them. And that's an indication that that's the last of them. So, in that cabinet there, guys, just right off the entrance. Well, what's left of the entrance is tinned food, so you can eat that to give yourself some health back. Now, what I'm going to do now, there's 3 melee weapons in this area, by the way. 2 enemies drop a melee weapon each, and there's actually a melee weapon right in the left corner of the shop. So, make sure you got a shift left, and then you want to upgrade one of these weapons. Then you can obviously keep picking them up to upgrade until you upgrade all your shifts. And then once you've got your binding and tape back, then you want to craft 1 bomb. And then once you crafted the bomb, drop and pick up your upgraded melee weapon again. Just refill your blade and binding 1 more time. And then once you've done that, come to that corner, pick up the alcohol. And they're going to come and grab the items in the shop in the corner. Now make sure you've done all this before you go under that shutter, because once you go under the shutter, you will not be able to come back to this area unless you reload your safe. Yeah, so in here you got some parts in this drawer. Parts times 5. And then in this locker, you've got a tape. So grab that. And then in this drawer, you've got 3 parts. Yeah, so very important, guys. Make sure you got all these parts and all the materials before you come under the shutter. And make sure you've upgraded a melee weapon, and you've done the shift glitch, and you've crafted 3 shifts, and you've crafted a bomb as well. And then you've obviously picked up another melee weapon, done the melee weapon glitch 1 more time, just to get your 1 tape and your 1 your 1 binding and your 1 blades back. Yeah, so just make sure you've done the glitch, and you've done that. And then come into the shutter, guys. The reason we did the smoke bot, we did it with the bomb, is the glitch isn't as easy to do with the bomb. It's not as, because obviously it's easy to do with the items for the shift, because you can only do it for the upgraded melee weapon. But in this locker, guys, is some parts. I think it was that 7. I'm not sure, but some parts in there. Here you got an artifact, the Tourist Manifest. You got an optional conversation here. There it is. That should be conversation number, I think it's number, is it number 12? I think it is. Yeah, so take the optional conversation from Ellie there. I'll just show you how many I currently have on the bonuses and statistics. So if I come down to conversations, you should see that should be conversation number 12. Yeah, and then we're going to pick up this toolkit level 2. There we go. Then we're going to grab this smoke bomb here and then the rag just on the shelf below it. Yeah, you'll see when I pick up this smoke bomb, it's actually going to give me a free explosive material. You'll see. I was just empty a minute ago when I showed you, and there we are. I've got one full free explosive. So just like it does with upgraded melee weapon, anytime you pick up a craftable item, it actually, as long as you have under one full complete of the crafting components needed, it will actually give you a full complete crafting component of whatever is needed to craft it. That's why I crafted that bomb beforehand. That way we've got a free explosive. So there is a free 5 supplements, and you've got a training manual here. That's the one for health kits, training manual, health kit upgraded. So make sure you get that, the training manual and the supplements ×5. In here, you got artifact, ambush map on the wall there. On this shelf, you've got 5 parts. You've got an arrow and a workbench here, which you're not going to use just yet. Yeah, we're not going to use any workbenches just yet. And once you've done that, come out here. The thing is with the upgrading your weapons, guys, they don't. It'd be good if they increase damage, but they don't. All they do is increase like your ammo capacity or your fire rates, which doesn't really help that much on grounded, just because you hardly use your weapons, so you don't have much ammo. But once you come outside, drop down here, guys, and grab these parts just on the left when you first drop down. I think that's 7 there. And then you got some supplements over here as well. 5 supplements. Make sure you grab these. And then in this other corner, you got 3 parts there.
Oh, good.
Well done, Ellie. Finally learned how to whistle. Can't believe my eyes. It's a miracle to learn how to whistle. Even with that fucking huge gaps you got between your teeth. In fact, that probably made it easier for her. Yeah, in the back of the bus, you got your second comic, guys. Termination Shack. And your first comic was actually story related, and you got that at the end. Well, just before this level, you got it in the cutscene, and that was Force Carrier, I think. So this is your second comic, Termination Shock. The first one was story related. Come around the back of the bus afterwards, and you got another rag here, quarter of a rag behind that blue car. And then come over to this white car over here, and you'll get an optional conversation with Ellie, another one.
What happened here? Fellow hunters do this?
And yeah, optional conversation that I did press triangle on the prompt a little bit too fast there, so you may have missed it. But yeah, here it's a optional conversation, guys. Number,
No, my money's on the military.
I think is it 13? Then after you've done that, come up here. There is a melee weapon here, by the way, just there. You see it just there on the floor? But we shouldn't need it. And straight away, quickly come and drop down here, because 3 enemies are going to drop down. Just up there, and you're just going to wait now, guys, for these enemies to move on. As long as you stay behind here and you don't make any noise, you should be okay, guys. These enemies, they don't hang around. They just have a little chat between themselves about just some random bullshit, and then they walk on. And yeah, eventually they move out of the area. And once they have, before you climb up on the bus, you have to wait for Ellie to tell some jokes. It is a bit annoying. She does take a minute to tell a joke, but these jokes, yeah, they're cringy, but some of them are a little bit funny in their own way. So yeah, I'm just going to skip forward only a little tiny bit, guys, just so these enemies move on. Yeah, right, so double time. Get through this bit quick. You're going to love these jokes, by the way. Especially this Bookstore one. This Bookstore one is a freaking pain in the ass. If any of you read forums or you've played this before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there is a little trick to it, I think. I know why everyone has so much trouble with it. You'll find out. So, once them enemies have walked away, you come over here by the bus, and before you climb it, we just got to wait for Ellie to finish twiddling her thumbs and scratching the balls. Just wait for her to finish, and eventually she'll come and stop near you, and she'll tell you a joke. Well, a few jokes. And you have to do this. There's nothing... You have to wait for these jokes. I don't know why. I guess it reminds people quite a bit of... What's it called? The Last Guardian. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, it reminds you a little bit of that, where you have to wait for the fucking AI to come to stop before it starts doing what you want it to do. Yeah, that's what these jokes are like. But luckily, I think there's only 5 or something. But problem is, there's not a... They're not tracked in the statistics menu, so you actually can't tell how many you've got, fortunately. So you just got to make sure you listen to the whole thing, just to make sure they're registered properly. Right, yeah, so we're just waiting around. That's all we're doing, just wait. Don't be impatient. You want these trophies, you need to wait. Right, so a joke. Some of these, they're a bit of cringe. I mean, that one, that's not bad, is it? No matter how much you push an envelope, it's still stationary.
Let's keep going.
What did the Confederate soldiers use to eat?
This one, civil, yeah. This one's a bit crap. That joke is.
What did they use to drink with? Cups. Dixie cups.
Okay, Ellie, maybe stop it there.
I walked into my sister's room and tripped on a bra. It was a booby trap.
Wow. Okay, the joke's getting worse. Ellie, maybe stop there now.
Book just fell on my head. I only have myself to blame.
Are you sure it was a book?
Hold on, let me read it again. A book just fell on my head. I only have myself to blame.
I think perhaps... I don't think it's just a book. I think the whole shelf fell on your head, Ellie. There's some of these jokes you're coming out with.
Divorce in long-term marriage.
Wow.
A stalemate.
Yeah, you got to listen to these jokes more. You're going to listen to more of these bad jokes throughout the guide.
That's it.
So, wow. Thank God. We're past the jokes for now. I think I need to get some earmuffs for the next bunch of jokes. But yeah, once you've done them jokes, wait a minute just to make sure it's registered. And then climb the bus. Come over here and we're going to jump over these sandbags. And you've got 5 parts on this little table. Yeah, so take these and then turn around. You've got an artifact in this little sort of guardhouse just on the floor. There you go, Lost Hill Note. Make sure you take that, guys, and then wait in the middle here for Ellie, because she's going to trigger another optional conversation in a second. Any second now. Optional conversation number 14.
Give us our rations.
There you go, press triangle to trigger that next optional conversation. And it's going to go into bonuses, guys, statistics, and we'll see what number conversation that is. So that's conversation number 14. So you should have 14 conversation now, guys, as long as they've all registered properly for you. And that's how many we've got of everything else. Right, so we're going to head through here now. Now it's a massive encounter here, guys, and you have to try. Very important not to alert anybody here. Just come through the turnstile and it will begin. Remember, we need to be very quiet. Try and follow my actions precisely if you can. Just a quick cut there, guys. And remember, like I say, you need to do exactly what I do. If you don't, or if you mess anything up, if you alert anybody at all, just reload checkpoint and restart it. So you come along here. When you get to that little gap just before this car, crouch, otherwise some of them may see you, and then crouch around here. Now let these guys finish talking, and that one nearest to us is going to walk near us just after, and we're going to stealth kill him. Now when it comes to humans, if you remember from when we last actually fought helmets in a sort of a stealth section, I think it's a few videos back now. But yeah, with humans, you can actually get quite close to them when you're jogging and they don't hear you. Their hearing is nowhere near as sensitive as clickers and runners. So just remember that. You can jog around these quite a lot. You still want to be a bit careful with running. But yeah. Right, so he's going to walk along there. Wait for a second, that's it, and then press triangle. Once he gets past you, press triangle, and you want to move him back a bit. Don't just kill him where you grabbed him, otherwise the other guy may see his body. So I just move him back a bit past this sort of fence we're hiding behind, and then kill him behind there. And you want to come around here. Don't just come straight around like I did. Just come to the end, look around with the camera, make sure he's standing where he was for me, and then come down here, and you should be able to quickly press triangle to stealth kill him. Sometimes you may, if you're low on shotgun ammo, some of these enemies may drop ammo, by the way. So just be careful. If they do drop anything, pick it up, ammo-wise. Come to this guy. He should be coming up here about this point. As you can see, you can jog a bit behind them. But when you get within about 10 feet behind them, you need to go into crouch mode. So there's 3 enemies in this first bit. And you can sprint now for seconds. You want to come over here. You want to get his artifact on the wall there. That is the traitor's flyer. And then when you get that, come across what I did through the middle of the tent. And then come directly across this window. When you get to the path, crouch. Jump through this window. When you get through, see them 3 enemies up ahead there? Them 3 enemies there. Now, depending where you come into the bookstore, yeah, depending on what entrance you come in, these 3 enemies can spawn in a different place. So it depends where you come in. That's why you need to follow my actions as precisely as you can. I mean, you can probably improvise a little bit. For the most part, if you want it to work the same as it does for me, I'm going to be doing it exactly the same.
And every time we try, it ends up with a...
So them 3 enemies, you come in that window, they'll spawn there. Then we're just going to wait here.
Keep your expectations.
And one enemy is going to start walking towards us. And then he's going to just walk through that little gap just ahead of me, just there. And then once he starts walking, he gets past your his line of sight to the side. Come over to him, press triangle to stealth kill him. And then you see that guy in the distance in the red jacket. We want to get him next, but you need to be quick. Don't sprint, just jog until you get within about 10 feet. And then crouch. Yeah, he only stops here for a second, then he moves on. Now, when you press triangle, don't kill him where he is. You want to drag him behind this sort of containers here. Yeah, drag him behind here. That's it, and kill him there. If you kill him where you first grabbed him, then his mate will see his body, and it may alert some other enemies later. Now, he'll normally drop a quarter rag, this guy in the red jacket, so get it off him. And you see that guy in the distance just there? Wait for him to walk across, and then crouch over to here. And he'll stop there. Then when he starts walking away, we're going to go after him. Yeah, when he starts walking away, just seeing how much I've crafted there. Yeah, you can see how many things you crafted. Yeah, wait for him to start walking away, there it goes. And then wait for him to pass his line of sight with you. That's it, then go and stealth kill him. It's very important you don't alert any enemies, because if any enemies are alerted to you, it actually spawns another wave. So it means there'll be like 5 extra enemies, and it can mess this up quite a lot. Because you need a joke at the end of this section, and this joke's a bit tricky when you try and stealth kill everybody on grounded. Right, see that enemy in that back room? Now, as long as you're the same speed as me, he should be about doing this and just about walking away from the shelves. You can come in that window. But depending on how long it took you, he can sometimes move between this room and the office, that small office we first went through and jumped through the window. Yeah, he can he moves between them 2 rooms. But if you're at the same speed as me, then he should be where he was then. Now here, come up these stairs as quick as what I do. Don't sprint, but come straight up these stairs. Once you get to this corner, crouch, and you want to quickly use triangle to kill this guy here with a shotgun. As you come upstairs, he starts walking over to this doorway, and then he turns around and he just stands there. He doesn't move. But even if he gets to that spot, he drops shotgun ammo there, nice. Even if he gets that spot before you manage to stealth kill him, you can normally just stealth kill him in time before he gets a chance to see you, if you come from that angle. Now here, there's 3 enemies upstairs. We're going to get this enemy first, but be careful. You see that guy right in the distance there? Wait for him to sort of walk away and go out of view, and then we're going to get this guy, stealth kill him. You need to be quick here. There we go, stealth kill him. Now it's 2 enemies remaining. Hopefully by this point you still haven't made any noise. We're going to get that guy in the distance now there on our side. There's that guy on the far left. That stairwell, that's normally where more enemies spawn if you alerted anybody. Yeah, get this guy. Try and be quick here before he gets too far near that chair, because you don't want the other guy in the distance to see you when you're killing him. There, you just saw him then in between the bookshelves. Yeah, 1 more left. And he's coming down there now, so he's going to wait for him to turn sideways. There we go, and then we should be able to crouch over here a bit and then jog behind him. Up within about 10 feet, then we'll crouch And then we'll stealth kill him. Now I want to just pause it here a second. When you stealth kill this last guy, it's very, very important you only press square once. So you grab him with triangle and then you press square once to kill him. If you spam square, you actually do a different attack and you actually you lob him on the floor and you stamp on his head. And that actually makes noise and it alerts the second wave of enemies. So you just want to grab him, press square once and then you'll knee him in the face, and funnily enough that makes less noise and that doesn't alert anybody, and I think that's a problem people have. So press square once guys when you choke him, and then just to confirm that you've properly killed everybody, you'll get that dialogue from Ellie and Joel. That'll just sort of confirm that everybody's dead, and now we can spawn the joke guys. But just something I want to show you first about how it can go wrong. So when you grab this last guy, if you spam square, this is the attack you do. This is the finishing attack you do if you spam square. I didn't actually realise this happened for a long time until I actually came across this joke and was messing about with it. Yeah, whenever I kill him like this, most of the time this will trigger the next wave of enemies. This way, for some reason, Joel slamming his heavy feet on the floor makes tons of noise. And I don't know, it may be something to do with how enemies actually see Joel. I guess perhaps when you do this, the enemy, even though you're killing him, he actually sees you before you squash his fucking skull in with your foot, and I guess that's what alerts the enemies. But this is what will normally happen. You don't actually see the enemies. They're sort of alerted, but in sort of like a neutral state. But if you come out here, look at this. Whoa, look at them two just standing there. So you got them two enemies there, and by the way, this next wave that spawns, sometimes they may be in a different area. I think it depends where you see them first. Similar to when we first came into the bookstore and them 3 enemies spawned in a specific place. These enemies, the second wave are similar. It depends where you go outside first, I think, where they spawn. And 2 others, if you spawn them 2 on fire escape, 2 will spawn down here as well. You see them 2 in the distance, you just see their feet. There's actually 2 enemies down there. So that's what happens, guys, if you mess it up. So make sure you choke him with just a single square attack. You want to make sure you knee him in the face to finish him off, otherwise it will alert the others. So what we're doing now, we're just waiting for Ellie now to come out of this joke. Yeah, because we've got to wait for the joke again. So while you're waiting, just try and entertain yourself. You can try and knock the bottles off if you want, if that's your thing. That was pretty boring actually, knocking bottles off. You can try and jump on the mattress. Show how high you can get. How much height. Come on. Whee! It's quite bouncy this. Ellie, look at me, I'm bouncing. Oh yes, look. Brings back old times with Tess. I won't be doing that anymore, will I? And Ellie's too young. What are we going to do? I have to find an infected. No, that's sick. Alright, let's try and sit on this crate. Right, if I just position myself correctly, if I place my foot here next to the left foot and face away from the crate and then press... oh, no, I missed it. I almost got it though. I almost got it. I'm not quite experiencing enough yet to sit on a crate properly. Here we go. And eventually, Ellie should start the jokes. Remember, just go up to her and press triangle to start them. Some funny jokes again.
I get it.
Yeah, we get it, Ellie.
A moon rock tastes better than an earthly rock because it's meteor.
I like that one. That was quite good.
Yeah, that made me hungry.
No, that was quite good, Ellie. I like that joke.
Poet writes in verse.
Do you even get that?
Yeah, I get it. No, I don't like. I like the meteor
I used to be
joke.
addicted to soap, but I'm
That is funny. I think that was funny. The meteor one and that one's funny. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now. I like that one. Alright, so once you've done the joke, guys, make sure you wait a second for it to actually properly register. And we're going to get a shift door first. I always loot this area. First of all, I used to loot this area after we're killing the enemies, but now I loot it afterwards because we actually have to use a Shiv here and we actually waste some of our materials. And I loot it afterwards just so we get the extra materials for your tape and binding. That's my choice why I do it. So once you've opened the shift door, we're going to actually use this melee weapon in the shift room. We're going to upgrade it because it's a better melee weapon. It's a metal pipe. We're going to upgrade it and we're going to craft another shift. And Then what we're going to do, we're just going to use the glitch to get some more tape and binding. Binding and blades. Now in here, obviously you got supplements, you got parts, you got explosive, and you've also got there's a blade there on the shelf. In this cupboard, you've got a binding, so take that. And then over the back here, you've got some candy. Yeah, so this part takes quite a while just because I'm super fucking jokes. Yeah, he's got a candy bar there. Right, now we're gonna go and loot down the bottom. Yes, like I say, we could. I've actually routed this area before where I can actually get all the materials at the same time I'm killing the enemies, in exactly the same way we just did then. But the reason we do it later, we do it last, guys, is just because we get that extra tape and binding, and because we have to open the shift door. I like to do the shift door first so we can do the glitch. Right, we just got a firefly pendant. What's that? Master Risk, I think it was. Yeah, so get a firefly pendant. Come down here, this cabinet. You've got parts in here, 5 parts, and you've also got some blades. And then at the back here, we've got an artifact just under the stairs. Yeah, there we go. Got an artifact there. That is the applicant checklist and a candy bar. But look at me, I've got full HP. Awesome. So I don't need it. And then in the back here, these are the last things in the bookstore. You've got this back office here. Yeah, so you can see how much extra tape, binding and blades we've got. Yeah, so in this locker, you've got a quarter of a binding. And then you've got an artifact on this table here, abandoned zone note. And then in this locker, I think it's 3 parts, but somehow I managed to take him through the locker with my magic hands. Oh no, sorry, I think it's 4 parts actually, 4 or 5. So yeah, get the parts from the locker, guys, and that's it. That's all that's in this area, in the bookstore. So that's it now, no more enemies. But just going to head outside and yeah, listen to some more jokes. So yeah, you can see there we've actually got half a binding and half a tape. Half a blades. Keep getting them mixed up. Yeah, so once you drop down, you've got a quarter alcohol just by this fallen dumpster. And make sure you got everything, guys, before we move on. If you drop down here, you can't actually trigger that joke no more. And that joke, by the way, it can be a little bit finicky. That's why I always go straight for the joke. Straight after the battle finishes, that encounter, I go straight for that joke. Just to make sure nothing's gonna void it. When you drop down here, you have 5 supplements, so make sure you get them before you move on. I don't think you can come back here after you jump over this and see the enemies, so just make sure you get 5 supplements, and then yeah, jump over this hurdle. Down. Excuse me, guys. And you see them enemies in the distance. Yeah, that's really going to stop us from following you, you fucking dimwits. Fucking dicks.
I don't think they saw us.
I think the infected have more IQ than them, than the humans.
We're a little closer.
Right, so we're going to come to the back here, and you're going to look at this woman in pink for a moment, in a pink lingerie. Yeah, just look at her for a moment. And Ellie will comment on her looks as well, being so skinny. Tess was skinny as well, wasn't she? Yeah, and you'll get an optional conversation there. There you go. So optional, I think that's conversation number 15 now, is it?
For looks.
That's stupid.
That's alright for Ellie to say. That's what ugly people do say, Ellie. Come on. Right, over here, you've got 5 parts. Yeah, after optional conversation, now we're waiting in this area again. Just getting 5 parts first. Right, now I've got to wait for some more incredible jokes. I can't wait. Out of options. That's what I feel like when I'm listening to Ellie. And death or freedom. Yes, I think that's what I would have to sacrifice now in order for freedom. My life. But yeah, come on, Ellie. More jokes. So this is the last joke of this chapter. Yes, more jokes to listen. How old are you? Get off the fucking curb. Don't fall in the lava. Oh, you fell in the lava. You're dead. Right, tell me a joke. I've got one. Man walks into a bar. Ouch. Okay, that's pretty cringe. Right, come on, Ellie. What have we got?
14% of sailors
Are
are
pirates.
3
I don't think she gets that. She's pretending to laugh.
I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me.
Okay.
What did the mermaid wear to her math class?
What?
No, I don't like this one. This one feels like it's out of a 5-year-old joke book. I think that's what she's reading, actually.
Why did the scarecrow get a promotion?
All right.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
That'll do.
Okay.
Put that thing away.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold on to that joke book for you, Ellie? Yeah. I'll hold on to it for you. Right, so after them incredible jokes, gonna get another shift door. Here we are. The one with the big red X on it. That's it, use your shift. Now, yeah, do not create any shifts yet. Remember, always keep one complete binding and one complete blade. Always keep one. So you've got an artifact here, Mother's Letter, and we just got an arrow as well. You got 50 parts in this room. You got 2 hunting rifle ammo. You got 15 supplements, a 5 and a 10 pack. And then just down the side here, you got half a rag. Now, if you're getting a bit full on rags and alcohol, craft a Molotov. Yeah, craft a Molotov if you're getting a bit full. There you go, and then grab the half a rag. Right, almost at the end. This is the longest chapter yet, isn't it? I get quite a few of you are quite happy with this. The video being quite longer, because I know some have been 5 minutes long. This is nice, actually. I would like it if a lot of the videos were this long.
If you get me up there, I can move that plane.
Probably get through the game a bit quicker. The pace it's taken me to upload these.
We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, so we're going to come in the water now. And you're going to dive underwater here. Because there's 10 parts actually on the bed. There we are. You don't actually see them unless you get very close. But pick up them 10 parts. And then emerge. And then push the pallet over to Ellie. Just ignore the noise. Nothing but a distraction. Yeah, push us over to Ellie. And she should jump on.
What was that all?
Yeah, don't worry, it won't sink.
We're coming to the hotel.
It's inflatable. Right, it's incredible. It's the magical floating wood. No matter the weight you apply. Right, Ellie. Could just call it a raft. Jump on the raft. Right, once you're climbing up there, girl, I'm going to go through this.
So that
Excuse me, guys. Whatever that is. Is that a back? I don't know what that is. Was that just a back door? But yeah, once in the coffee shop, go upstairs. Swim to the stairs and then climb upstairs by foot. That's it. No radiators in here, I'm afraid. So you can't dry your clothes out first. Right. Over to the shelf. You got 5 supplements. You got a quarter of blades. And you got a last artifact, guys. That's artifact stash notes. And that's all the collectibles in this area. We're about done. Right, once you get outside, go and stand in the sunlight. And just stand there for about 6 hours, guys. Let your clothes dry out. And then I'm just going to show you the statistics. So bonuses, statistics, let you know where we're at. Okay, so artifacts 38. Firefly pendants 11. Trainer manuals 2. Comics 2. And tools 2. I've crafted everything except for a smoke bomb and a health kit, but I'll do that later. Come down to, where is it? General. So upgrades so far 2. Lock doors open 6. That's shift doors. Conversations 15. Yeah, so that's what we've done so far, guys. Right, head into the hotel afterwards, hotel lobby. And this is actually where the next chapter begins. But it's not actually a cutscene, so you don't really notice it at first. But if you come over to the steps and wait a moment for a bit of dialogue, and that normally triggers it to transition to the next chapter.
Bet it was
Like I say, you won't notice. It's just normally when you get here. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Next chapter, hotel lobby. Yeah, so quite a long one that, but it's quite a nice change of pace, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Hotel lobby.